Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Matthew Terry, founder and CEO of Suade. Welcome to the podcast People in Sales, Not Salespeople, where we analyze the person behind the salesperson. I want to introduce Dime. Super excited to have him on the show and wanted to dive into his background. Dime, how are you doing today?
Yeah, man, good. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be part of your show here
Yeah,
and to take a part of your podcast.
heck yeah, man. As am I. Where are you calling in from?
Right now I'm back home. I'm in Macedonia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just uh, short explanation: Macedonia is just north of Greece and south of Serbia, part of ex-Yugoslavia. Some of the new generation probably maybe don't know what Yugoslavia was. But yeah, maybe if any basketball fans in the audience, yeah, maybe Nikola Jokic will sound familiar or something like that. So yeah, close by.
Gotcha. Nice, nice. Well, super awesome. I reached out to Dime and LinkedIn to do a customer interview for Suede way back when, and he was down for it. And after hearing a bit of his story and diving into the challenges he's faced in sales, I was like, hey, you'd be perfect to have on the podcast. So super excited to share your story with everybody. You got a good one. So let's go all the way back to your first sales gig, man. Tell us about that. Tell us how you got into sales in general.
Oh man, well I'm born in 1984 back in Yugoslavia back then, and yeah, it was tough. Uh, I must say we grew up young, so we grew up young. Like uh, by the time I was like 7 years old, the country was falling apart. So there was a war. Fortunately, not in my country, not in my region in Macedonia, but up north. Yeah, there was a war. You can feel the war in the air. So
Mm,
uh, it was tough. There was lots of poverty, and yeah, we were growing up on the streets. Every day was a sale. I should say it was uh, lots of hustle. But yeah, my yeah, my start in sales or introduction with sales was with my father. Back then, we had a few convenience stores, and I'm talking right now. I'm talking about 1991. And yeah, I was really really happy to be around my father and around those stores. And right there, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk with people, to sort out the things, to help them find what they want. Even as a small kid, when you go in the store, you're trying to do like a merchant. You're trying to be a merchandiser, to sort the shelves out. And yeah, those are the beginnings in the sales for me.
yeah, yeah, that's super awesome. And yeah, that's what drives a lot of us to the position, right? To become the advisor, to help the person figure out what they want, and ultimately to kind of create a mutual relationship, like a win-win between the customer and then also the business as well. So can definitely relate to that. Okay, so your father had his own shop, his own,
That's
yeah,
right.
his place, and you were selling what exactly?
Well, it was convenience store, grocery store, like a grocery store. So everything what you can find and see in the grocery store, um, it was right there. The last time when me and you were talking, I've told you it was a little bit different what you can find in Walmart or in the States, because it's still like post-communist country. There's not lots of varieties uh, in the items, and everything looks the same. So you don't have many types of anything. You have only one type of milk with same percentage of fat. I can't even remember. Like, you have only one pair of jeans. You have only one pair of same cuts.
Mm,
Same haircut, same houses, same buildings, same color, gray. Everything is gray.
wow.
But I must say, people were happy. people were happy. I don't know why. Yeah, people were happy.
We're just okay with it, and like
Even how, it doesn't matter how great it sounds.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. People were happy because maybe okay. I will go uh, back in the like 60s, 70s when my grandfathers or uh, our grandfathers were starting. Uh, when they built the new country Yugoslavia, the country gave them everything. So the country gave them like the house, car. I mean, you do your payments, but the payment is nothing. Like you pay like $20 a month, but it's nothing. And still you have house, you have car, and you basically don't pay anything. Just the country gives you all
Oh,
up front. So the only thing what you have to do is to give back to your country. And yeah,
interesting. That's super
that's it. Yeah, but on the other side, I must say, when I think about here, for us, for the salespeople, this sounds so depressive for me. Like you have the country is closed, and you have nothing to surf about, nothing to work about. What's the goal there to work? You have to find something, to motivate yourself to be better. Or again, everything it goes, what you do, it goes for the country.
yeah,
I
yeah.
hope the most of the guys understand me what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because here in America, it's like you have to work to get the car you want, to get the lifestyle you want, but in a place where all that's taken care of, you're thinking to yourself, why am I working? What's motivating me to
Yeah,
and do these jobs for and kind of give back to the country? So that's really interesting. It's a different type of lifestyle. And
yeah.
to go to grocery stores and only see one brand of chocolate bar, one
Yes,
brand,
that's
one
right.
bean cut is just very different. It can make sales pretty easy, right? There's only
Yes,
got the
yes.
salesperson. What do you want? A chocolate bar? Well, we only got one.
There's no, I'm just looking, or some, you have to buy. You go, you buy. There is nothing to think about, or uh, no time to choose between any of the stuff.
There's just
You
one.
just go in, yeah, you pick up the stuff.
Right. So how
How?
long did you work there at the grocery store?
This was by 2006.
Okay.
2006. Back then in 2006, there was this, I must say, like wave of people going on the cruise ships. My generation.
Okay.
I was in college. I was studying traffic engineering. I was almost done with my studies, but I don't know why I thought that this was the right step for me to go in the States and to start working on the cruise ships. And I did. I left the studies and I went on the cruise ships.
Mm-hmm.
I started for a year working as a, because it is from my country. It was really hard to get in the States. Uh, Even the position you want, you don't need to. You cannot choose. So they give you, okay, this is the first available position. So just take the ticket and go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I went there as a storekeeper. And the next year I moved in the gift shop,
Okay.
again, sales.
Yeah.
So
The head of the gift shop, or were you just in
uh,
the gift shop working?
no, when I will explain how it goes. Probably most of the guys that see this podcast have been on the cruise ships, or if they don't, I warmly recommend, yeah, just go and visit one of the any of the cruise lines. It's a great place to take rest or to take a vacation. 3 or 4 day cruise. It's really good place to be on vacation on. Uh, so okay, I will start for the gift shop. When you go in the gift shop, when you go in such a place, uh, to start working in such a place, the on the ship you can find anything you want, anything you like, so you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a duty free. It's a duty free. So most of the items, or most of the people want to buy jewelry, want to buy perfumes. want to buy booze, want to buy fine watches, diamonds, and stuff. And but also on the other side, also you have gift shops like for gifts, for mugs, or you have T-shirts with different ports of call, or the ports of call that ships is visiting. You have keychains, you name it. You can find anything. So it's a like a mall. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the right term. So it's a mall. And when you are just sales associate, you start either with selling keychains or selling T-shirts, uh, either one of them. So yeah, you have to be patient, and you have to, if you really like the job, yeah, you will make it.
Okay.
I start working in first on the promo. There was like a promo table selling every day different kind of stuff, starting from watches, T-shirts. Next day we sell jewelry. The other day we sell perfumes. So every other day it's a different item on sale. But you have to start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The hard logo department. The hard logo department. I'm putting these mugs, keychains, and different kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I started from there. So yeah, for the whole contract, I was managing, to set up all the whole wall of different types of keychains for different ports of call.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wanted, I really want to do that. It was like a game for me. And out of the sudden, because everything was sorted out, people can people couldn't find the right keychain they want, because everything was set up, everything was like
Right.
a box. So the numbers were start rising up. So it was
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty noticeable, and my job was noticeable. So yeah, how the time goes, you get opportunity to start working on a different department. You start working, you start to sell liquor. You take a training for a liquor. And uh, we all have been in a liquor store. But yeah, even for there, you need knowledge. You need to know the exact amount of everything what the uh, liquor contains. Different, either what is a cognac or whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
uh, you need to know your stuff. So again, here you have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
From there you go one level up. So you go either you start selling perfumes, take training for perfumes, for watches, for jewelry. So I did every of these steps.
Yeah.
But I must say that it was really hard for me when it comes to the good stuff, when it comes to the expensive stuff, like the watches, like the fine jewelry, fine watches, because here you have to stop and you have to start selling. Here you have to start selling. You have to be focused at all the time. You have to be with the client. You have to do your KPIs. See, you have to do
So there was more pressure.
your homework. Yeah, you have to do your homework, because right now I'm talking about some kind of it's a retail, but on the cruise ships, where you have the guest for a certain amount of time. So you have that customer for only 5 days, and you
Mhm.
have 5 days to sell that item to him. So yeah, the time frame is chasing you, the target is chasing you. So you have to be closer. You have to close the deal. You
Mhm.
don't have time. Next week it's a next cruise, and next guest, and next target. So again, you have to be on the game. You have to be focused. You have to be well rest. You have to be
Yeah.
present
They,
with the guest.
did they train you on how to sell the watches, what to say, and what
Yes.
did that look like?
Yes, yes, there are really good trainings. First of all, the company Starboard Cruise Services, I must mention them. Big shout out to all sales staff in Starboard Cruise Services.
Mm-hmm.
They have like their internal training process and also sales training process, but also the customers that we sell, like the let's say Tiso or Takware, the guys from those companies are coming once or twice a year, and also they do like a uh, update or sales updates, what's new and what we have to mention. It's like updates,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's a training. We are well trained there. We were well trained there and know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like the watches were, it
Yeah,
was a higher pressure environment from a management than when you were doing the keychain or, the initial thing. Is that
yeah.
true, or would you say the keychain and the other job, they had the same type of high pressure? You only got the customer for 5 days. You got to make sure they get, two,
The
three keychains.
the main revenue comes from the fine watches, from the fine jewelry. You have really expensive pieces there, and really you have really expensive pieces that you have to sell, not just to keep them right there, but they have to move out. They have to move out.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, that's
it
interesting.
was, yeah, it was again. It was really hard for me, as I mentioned before, coming from a country as Macedonia, where we don't have that much varieties in the stores,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to learn how to sell. So the sales, it's a learning process.
Mm-hmm.
Sales is, yeah, there are people that it comes natural for him to sell and not to follow any steps, just to go, like diabolical, and somehow to find a way to close the deal. For me, it was learning process, and there are lots of people like me. But my main point here is you have to admit you have problem. You have to admit that you have problem with yourself, that you don't close the deal, or you don't do connection with the client. Everything starts with committing to yourself. Once you commit to yourself that you have problem, uh, then it's
Then
then yeah, you know what to
like, but the
work
problem
on,
is,
or
you can think about the solution. You can think about
yes,
what questions to ask other people who are good, who are,
that's
better
right.
than you. You
Yeah,
can
follow the
exactly accept advice. All right. Well, that's good. I think most people would say that they aren't the best, or they aren't naturally talented at customer conversations. What did you do to get better and train yourself up? Did you read any books? Did you talk to people? What was the process that you did to train your?
uh I start listen advices. uh it doesn't. So the management gives you opportunities. They believe it. The management believes in you. I'm talking about on the cruise ships. uh but once you admit that you need help, you ask for the help,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you the help, and you start listening. Because everything before that, I rely on lots of excuses from my side, or objections, or if someone closed a sale, I could have say, yeah, it was just pure luck, it was just checkout, it wasn't a sale. But you have to admit that it's not like that the guy that sold that piece of diamond, it worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
No one gives you money like that. You have
Right.
to work for the sale. Yeah.
Mhm. He knew something that you didn't at the time. And you got to own that. You got to be like, wow, all right, I need to figure out what he knows that I don't. I need to figure out how to better structure my conversation so that way I can
Yes.
better execute.
Role plays, everything, follow the performers, just listen, just do what they do,
Hmm.
and yeah, everything
That's
will starting to.
yeah, that's a good word though. It's definitely good advice to one, just commit to yourself. Hey, I am not the best. I need help, and then seek help, ask, and then listen to the advice and wisdom of others. So
Yes.
good. All right, awesome. So you worked in the cruise ship. You worked in a place where there was more variety in products to sell. You got a lot of experience. What happens next?
Well, next I'm doing this. I'm doing cruise ships for 6 years now. So I'm going to 2012.
Hmm.
Out of a sudden, I start thinking that it is enough. Uh, I have to go back home, start to work something home because time flies. I'm, getting older. It's time to make a family, to make my parents happy. Just kidding. Uh, but yeah, it comes. Uh, it was a call. It was a call for me. It was a time and call, and I made a decision. So I didn't hesitate. I'm stopping the my job on the cruise ships, and I'll go home and I will try to find a job
Hmm.
or to start a company on my own. But as soon as I got back, as soon as I got home, I've got a call from a really good friend of mine, Susie, and John Borelli from Canada. They basically just invited me to come and work for them in Canada. So we're talking about Edmonton, Alberta. I was really surprised and same time, like flattered, uh, because they invited me to go and work for them. It was quite process to sort all the visa and paperwork.
Hmm.
And but once I got there, I did not again disappoint them. It was a sales job again. It was a door-to-door sale, door-to-door sales job. Uh, really tough thing to do in the States or in Canada. But if you the ones that uh, are perform the ones that are warriors in sales, they will make it, they will find way.
Hmm.
Again, it was a new thing for me. I thought it was easy, and it was easy for me to start closing sales. I couldn't find I I could find stories to make a good bond with the people, with the good Canadian people. But I was really surprised when I saw uh, how many stuff are sold on the doors.
Hmm.
Basically, you have uh, uh, poultry has been sold on the doors, gas,
Hmm.
TV, anything. So that was again, those were my competitors, not the different. So it was just oh, another salesman on the door. But
Gotcha.
still, you have to do your goals. You have to do your KPIs. You have to do
Yeah.
you have to find.
So door to door was big. What year was this? 2013?
This was 2012,
2012.
2013.
Okay. Do you
Again, I was, yeah,
still?
and here in the meantime, I got married. I have my kid. I have my family back home, and I was traveling back and forth every like 3 months, Canada, Macedonia, and yeah, again, I have to said it's enough. I have to find some job back home.
Because that's hard. That's
But I also must mention that my biggest progress in sales, in my sales skills, was in Canada for these 2 years. There were lots of good guys. There were lots of good sales guys. Big shout out to all the guys in Fluent Homes in Canada. Back then it was Titan Alarm. I really learned lots from them. And this is again good point. You have to stick out with performers.
mm-hmm.
You have to hang out for. I'm talking about to all salespeople out there. Just salespeople stick with salespeople. Learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was my experience in Canada, and really really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that it
Gosh.
sounds like it. And when you say salespeople stick with salespeople, are you mentioning your team members that you were like, hey, you have some really strong team members who are helping you sell, or did you find other like influencers and thought leaders in sales and stick with them? How did you find these people?
Well, it was we were still we go door to door, and when you're in Canada, you don't you have certain months that you can go outdoors.
Hmm.
Basically, it starts somewhere in spring, March, and you knock doors until uh 30th of October, something like that, or 30th of September. Uh, because after that it starts lots of snow and it's difficult to travel.
Hmm.
But for this time span, we don't we travel as a group. So we travel as a group of 20-30 people, 20-30 salesmen,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's how we. In the meantime, people come and people go. Some of the people stay. I really learn a lot from Susie and her husband John. Uh, Even though Susie, uh, she doesn't come from sales, but still she was really really good at it. Also, her husband John, it was really really, for me it was magic to see that to see that guy how he's selling. I know that right now they are in Florida working on in the solar industry. I know
Okay.
they're getting it right there. So yeah, big hello to them too.
Nice. I just interviewed someone who works in the solar industry as well. So
Yeah.
fresh. It's definitely fresh. That's interesting. All right. So you had some good mentors, good friends. And
Yes.
would you say today, because this is back in 2012, would you say today, uh, knocking on doors and doing door-to-door sales is still big in Canada? If you know.
Uh, yeah, I think you cannot beat that. You cannot door to door sales. Yeah, you need that kind of stuff on the doors. I strongly believe in that type of sales. I
Hmm.
strongly believe that is working. Uh, just you have to be convinced in yourself. You have to believe in what you have to believe in three things. For me personally, you have to believe in yourself, believe in your company, and believe in your product, and that's it.
Hmm.
Those three are you. If you're 100% down with those three, just go outdoors, and that's it.
Gotcha. Interesting. All right. That's super
Yeah.
awesome. Maybe we'll try that here at Suede. That'll be the advice I give some people. Just start knocking on some doors. All right, you got it. Awesome. All right, so you move back, spend more time with your family, and looking for that next gig now.
Yeah.
What next gig turn into?
So I got back home from Canada, and I was without job like maybe 3-4 months. It was all good. I had some savings. I didn't want to start work. I could start to work, but I didn't want to start a job that I don't like and I don't find myself in, like administration and stuff, sending emails, like how they call, like spiritual death for jobs with no goals. With please, I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but yeah, I had to choose, wisely what I want to do. I a couple of times in my life I have said to myself, okay, I'm done with sales, no more sales. I will start working something else, or let's see what happens if I start doing this. But on the end, again, I end up working in sales. I think that comes naturally, maybe not just to me, maybe to there are more people like me that uh, sometimes think that they're not doing just fine in sales, or they're not making any money. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't connect it if you're a good salesman. Still, you cannot, maybe you will not make money. And if you're a bad salesman, again, you can make again money. To get on the question, yeah, I was again about to leave from Macedonia, but there was one company invited me on interview. It's called X-Trade, and this is 2015, I believe. Yes. So they invited me on interview. I went on the interview very. I didn't prepare myself for anything. Usually I do. I went with no expectations at all. It ended up if 2 hours interview. We were talking on different stuff. I didn't know anything about the industry. It was online trading, CFDs, Forex. It was a job for a call center. The company was expanding in my country, in Macedonia. So they were looking for staff. They were just on the beginning, so they need space, they need computer, they need staff, they need everything. And they told me that they really like me, but they can give me, we can start working like 3 or 6 months from now. Again, I said, yeah, it's okay. This is my email, my number, anything, my contact. So yeah, I'm about to leave. I hope I'll be back, in Macedonia. We can talk. The next day, I remember I had one place, call center, that I knew that was closed, and it was as it is, like with computers, with it was just to start working. And what happens is I recommend that place, that facility to X-Trade, and it turns up it was a match for everyone, and we were operative in 1 month, 1.5 months, something like that. It was really fast. They were really happy with my productivity and everything. So yeah, in this call center, I was working for 2 years, 2.5 years. It was my first working experience in Macedonia. Still, it was a really good connection because we were selling to the in Europe, also in the States, in UK.
Right.
I was at home. The sale was on the phone. I was sales manager. I can't remember of the title, but yeah, I had a group of people. I even there was a time that I had 50 salespeople under my supervision.
Yeah. Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. 50 is a decent amount. Tell us about the iteration and onboarding process and training to get some salespeople
Yes,
ramped up.
yes. Okay, so onboarding. We're talking about Macedonia. In Macedonia, it's still hard to find decent job or job that is decent paid. This call center had a really good basic salary and really good bonuses. So it was people knew about X-Trade, and they wanted to work for X-Trade. Just the problem is you cannot hire anyone, because you cannot hire just anyone, because we work with it's a sale. We have our client that we sell for him, and he wants results, and we have to be finance and find the best people for the job, the people that they're meant to be for the job. How in X-Trade we have I think we have really good onboarding process. First, like myself, I didn't know anything about the industry, or I didn't know anything about economy. And there are lots of things that you have to know or you don't need to know. Still, it depends of you. But every new sales associate had to go through not test, but first the interview was really interesting. So the interview is the first filter, for the uh, for that sales rep. If he, if he is good on the interview, the job is like 80% done. Then we go on the training. Still, we don't the training. It depends from people to people. Maybe for some it takes 2 days. For some people, if they're not that confident, takes for uh, uh, most week. It's interesting that some of the people are struggling with confidence. Okay, it's also they're still don't feel that confident because of the coworker, because of the client, because of the product knowledge. They don't know, how to. What if he asks me something about the economy that I don't know, or something about dollar euro rate, or something like that. But once we are done with that training process, uh, we go on role plays, something like role plays. We start selling on the phone. We have different type of that kind of games.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, once the sales rep is feeling ready to start calling, he can start calling. Starting from no answers or cold leads, and
From
after he
all
gets
the
done,
yep, yep. Get them, get them used to the grind, used to the people
yeah.
hanging up. You know, I get it.
But yeah, yes, on our first conversation, I also told you that it has happened, yeah, on the training process, or on just on the training, people to stand up and go realize that that's not for them, or I don't feel it is a part of the confidence. Just they don't feel that the job is just not for them.
Yeah, yeah, and it's good that you all have a training process that effectively simulates what it's going to be like on the job, so that way they can effectively understand, hey, this job just isn't for me. Thanks for
Yeah.
taking me in and trying to train me, but it's not going to work. Yeah, and it's not for everybody, but and that's okay.
Not, and I salute that kind of guys to to confident start stand up and go, because they saving you time.
Hmm.
They saving you time later on with their duties. They will not be performing there will be, you have to pull them on your back, literally said. uh, you have to push a lot, with not ready, or uh, people that sales representatives that don't feel ready for that type of sales.
Hmm.
And I respect that. I must say.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I want to ask, what's the hardest part of that job in general of the running the call center?
uh, always to motivate the people to be a welcoming environment for the people to come at work, to
Mm-hmm.
come at work, to be welcoming environment for them, to know what they're working for. They need to have goals, their own goals. And later on, not later on, but then it's easier for us to face with the real opportunities, like or the real objections, like the no answers or the cold leads or anything. Once you have your goal, you have everything set. That is the easier part. Always there will be objections for the leads.
Hmm.
There always be, but you know we know that's not the real objection. Leads are leads. It's up to you.
Yep, there's always a way to overcome and get behind the objection behind the objection, the problem behind the problem, right? And find out the truth. So
Yes.
interesting. Okay, so motivation and culture. or were some of the large problems when you were running that call center, you would say?
Uh, yes, motivation, work ethic,
Mm,
work ethic still. Uh, because the mindset here, it was, like 9 to 5,
mhm.
nine to
Mm.
five, and
Go to work, hit the number, try and hit the numbers, pick up the phone, and then go home.
that's right. That's right.
Really?
You do one sale, two sale, three sale, and you stop. You have enough money, you stop. That's another problem. Really sad to see that when I know that the guy is killer, he can easily go 20, 30, but he
Mhm.
stops at
You just
5.
stop.
Like, okay, I'm in the safe zone. I'm saving my job. I have enough money. Dude, just go.
Go and go above, beyond, get some more money, move
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
ranks. That's
They're scared, yeah. But if I sell like 2, 3 more next month, my target will be higher.
Mm.
They go, but that's fine. Still, you make money, man. You can.
That
It's
is that is a hard part of sales, and I was interviewing someone
yeah.
else. We were talking about that same concept of goals, setting goals in sales. It can be hard on a sales rep for the goalpost to keep moving based on you doing well, and it's kind of like a punishment of you doing well. And we were kind of thinking about ways to restructure, reorganize the goal setting process. What do you think about how you set goals and how do you effectively kind of get the most out of your sales reps, but not demotivate them to do less?
Uh, my experience is says my experience is based on uh, okay, the best experiences when I set up the goals, I set them up yearly, and I seek like 20 to 30%, 20 to 30% profit or development from the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, the goal is break on 12 months, and every month, it's I set the goals to I divide that monthly goal to the sales representative. I'm not going harder to uh I don't go hard on them, but if I want to make someone to be better, yes, I sometimes I can put bigger numbers
Mm-hmm.
on him.
Gotcha. That's good.
And
You get 50 voicemails, you get the one person picks up, and you're like, what? Who are you? What's my
yes,
pitch? How do I didn't have my script up because it was one of those days and I was just fumble my way through.
that's right.
That is totally true. Okay, okay. That's a good word. Self-improvement. It's good that your sales rep, that a sales rep in Israel created kind of like the perfect jackpot script for you all. Uh,
Yes, I don't know who that was, but yeah, pretty
Thank
good
you,
job.
sir. It
And
worked.
that script worked in Bulgaria, in Italy, in France
My
to
goodness,
Spain, Scandinavia. It worked all
everywhere.
over Europe. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, shout out to them real quick, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Mystery jackpot, dude or gal. But all right, so you were managing this call center for Extract and seemed to go pretty well. Lots of learnings and onboarding and training and all that good stuff. What happens next?
Well, it was a time for the client to move out or to expand on some other better place with you know it's still it comes and to saving money, to they have better uh how do you call better conditions in some other country, and they move out. Uh, uh, the call center closed down. I found a new job for like 2, 3 months. Uh, it was business to business, same. It was a call center, but it was B2B,
Mhm.
B2B job. It was like project manager. I was a project manager for. We were all project managers, like 100. 100 guys in the call center. Every one of us was project manager. It was business to business, and we were selling events.
Okay.
No, and that was again, I haven't done that before, but I was working that just
Couple
for
months.
a few months, business to business. I learned quite a few things, few new things there. You know how to get to the decision maker. You need to find the decision maker before you start, pitching out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
And from there, I moved to whole new industry. Uh, I haven't been in the States for now like 10 years. I'm not sure if you guys have that industry there, but it's like a lending money company
Okay.
for fast and personal loans.
I've seen
Fast
some.
and personal loans, yeah. When client comes to the uh, to one of our shops, and we just government ID. He applies for a loan, and the loan is approved in 5 minutes. He goes out from the shop in 5 minutes with basically one average Macedonian salary or two average Macedonian salaries. It goes like quite well. Uh, but it end up again. It end up that this is a sales job too. I
Just turned
did,
it out.
yeah, lots of sales.
Yeah.
I opened lots of new shops. Uh, I did lots of debt collection too, on the phone, on the doors. In Macedonia, it was yeah, quite interesting. Uh,
Nice. Okay. And then let's go to Agile Pro Solutions real quick.
yes,
Talk
yes,
about Agile Pro, your experience as sales manager there, and all the
yeah.
learning there.
Again, really good company.
Mm-hmm.
I will do a small advertisement for them. Please don't get me. I hope I am not doing anything wrong. But APS, it's a really good company. They have really good facilities here in Macedonia, really good center. People are happy. People are hustlers. They work very hard to, to satisfy every client. They had. Uh, Again, I did not work lots of time for APS, but for the time I was there, I felt very professional. The company is very professional. It's a American company from Florida. Again, uh, one of Israeli guy is owner
Yeah.
of the company. What I like about APS, APS is BPO, so it's a business process outsourcing. It's not just outsourcing. The difference here is, and why APS is so successful, is uh, when they go and look for a client, what they offer is they offer, to choose the company, to choose the people they will that they will work for. So if company from track and trace industry needs truck dispatch, APS is always ready to offer 5 to 6 different dispatchers to them,
Hmm.
and that tracking company can choose.
Hmm.
Also,
Not
they,
not just selling one company, you have a catalog of many different things you could sell.
yeah, uh, I'm trying to remember now. It was yes. Again, there was a few loan companies, so there was like again some debt collection on the phone. I'm not sure for that was not my project. I'm not sure about the name of the clients. We had track and tracing industry. We had project management, cyber security. Uh, yeah. Accounting,
Mhm.
bookkeeping.
Just
Yeah,
all
things like that.
Agile Pro Solutions. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so
Uh,
you were there as a sales manager. Uh,
yes, yes. Team. I had a team of 5 to 6 people.
mhm.
We had leads, and basically we were calling the company. Still, this is B2B,
Yeah.
business to business calling. So you have to find the decision maker to set up the appointment. There is nothing on the spot. We don't look for the decision on the spot on the first call. So we just introduce ourselves. Tell them what we do, what's the difference from us between BPO and just outsourcing. Because in outsourcing, when you approach the company, uh, what uh, the other companies mostly doing is when they get client, the client uh, doesn't know what's going on who is working for his company. So
Mhm.
he just asks for the job to be done. Here it's quite different. He can have a control, and can uh, he can see who is working for them, to get in the computer to see what they're doing.
Yeah. And so BPOs usually give you 2 to 3 people to sell for you. You're meeting with them and you have more control over the softwares they use, et cetera, et cetera. While
Yes,
outsource sales, it's just I need sales. Here's my customer persona.
yes, and
That's on my calendar. And then you have no control over, the process, the people, anything.
yes, you here you have trainings. You can see the guys. It's a right company to do business with.
Yeah.
APS.
Nice. All right. Awesome, man. And then that was your last company. Now you're with who again?
Right now, I'm with again. I work in this industry with fast crediting and personal loans
Hmm.
with fixed credit. I send again big hello to all of my guys working for us. We are a new company. We just started not even a year, almost a year now. And 16th of January, we celebrate our first birthday.
Hmm. Nice.
And yeah.
Okay, that's super
That's
awesome, man. Well, I
yeah.
appreciate you running us through your whole background, your experience with sales, starting from selling, the one brand of milk, your dad's
Yes.
grocery store, and now a sales leader, managing teams, and really knows the ins and outs of sales. So I have 3 high-level strategy questions that I love asking people who are experienced in sales. One, what are some of the key attributes that make a good salesperson?
Uh, patience. Patience. I will put here patience. Uh, you have to be good listener. You have to be good listener, and uh, try to read the closing signals.
Hmm.
Try
What are some
to.
of the closing signals?
The closing signals is when the client is start questions asking questions, like it was like how much it will cost me, like what's next, if I do this, what happens next. Those are the closing signals, and then you have to slow down, and you have to you can close the sale.
Close the sale with that. Totally agree. Awesome. So question number 2,
Yeah.
what books or methodologies have you picked up to increase your sales knowledge?
I have read some books, still methodology that made me most of the money is the straight line persuasion of Jordan Belfort.
Hmm.
Uh, this I start using this straight line persuasion back in Canada, and it really helped me out.
Nice. Yeah, I've read his book. I haven't yet downloaded the scripts and the online resources, but the book is great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I just have we bought CDs when we were in Canada. I
Hmm.
haven't I have seen the movie. and classic. And but yeah, the material on the CDs and scripts were really good, really
Yeah.
good. He goes there and just write down the diagram of how the sale it goes. It's like math, pure math.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I definitely have to get my hands on that. Then the last question, which you kind of answered, but what advice would you give any salesperson listening?
Any salesperson listening, man, uh, hard work, hard work. That's it. Hard work, sweat,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
sweat.
Put the
And
time, put the time.
yes, I must mention here when I speak about hard work, uh, hard work is not dialing 100 no answers.
Mm.
Hard work is not 10 hours no answer. Hard work is also what you put to close the client. That's the hard work. One conversation today, that's fine, but do everything to close that. That's your shot
Mhm.
today. The first call, if you start at 9 a.m., if the guy picks up at 9:01, that's your shot. That's your shot. Think that's your only shot for the day. That's the hard work. The
Mhm.
hard work is, not, the administrative work or
The grind, mundane, just kind of like, all right,
yeah,
let me get done.
yeah,
Don't
you
hit my
do
numbers.
something. Yeah,
No. As soon as you get in front of somebody, that's when it begins.
yes. Or walking fast around the office, busy. Not like that.
Yeah. Good advice, man. Good advice. Move forward. Don't just move in
Yeah,
circles. Right? That's good. All right.
yeah, move forward on the
Mhm.
diagram.
Yes. Well, Don, that was great listening to your story. I loved going through all the bits and pieces. Great knowledge in here. I'm excited to re-listen and to kind of clip it up to show people on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me. But I had really lots of fun. Yeah, and even to listen myself. Uh, yeah, I think people will like it.
Yes, yes, as do I.
Like it. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a great one.
Okay. Merry Christmas before, but yeah. Have a great night.